Hello, everybody. How are we all doing tonight? So we have a take two. Who's here? We got Jeff. We got Dave. We got Dave Vintage Apple Tech. We got David Starbuck. We got Retro Techie. Trina's here. DJ Craze. Ooh, excuse me. Sad Mac 356. Adam McGee. Vintage Hillbilly Shack. This is likely going to be a very short stream. So Alex is here. Sean's here. So we're here because I got nothing. I got nothing back from the person who won the 2009 MacBook Pro. So, yeah. So that's going to be redrawn. I'm just going to check my email one last time here. Nope, nothing. Not a squat diddly. So, looks like we're going to be redrawing for the 2009 MacBook Pro. Now, I did get an email from Duke. It's actually Duke the Cat. I think I wrote Duke the Fat Cat. Oh, you like my buttons? Steve gave me those. I especially like this. I especially like the size matters. I think that one's hilarious. The SideQuest one. So, he won the PowerBook G4. Now I'm doing a stream on that one tomorrow at 2:00, where I'm going to get it all ready for him because he is he has chosen to have Sorbet Leopard put on. So I'm going to erase the hard drive, make sure it's in clean condition, make sure the battery's good, and install Sorbet Leopard on it. So Alex, I have another one of these buttons that says I'm having an online affair, and I used to have it hanging on the roof of my car. My ex-fiance fucking had a shit fit. She thought I was actually having an affair. It was the other way around. She was the one having an affair, not me. But I have that one in my car. I'm going to put that on my hat here eventually. This is my VCF hat from last year. So Thomas likes a clean drive. Oh, I do too. I like to use alcohol and then maybe a little bit of Windex. You know, got to keep it clean. Yes, Jay, we have to redo the giveaway that you're not eligible for. Yeah, sure. If you can run Monterey, do it. And I actually kind of like Monterey, to be honest with you. I think it's pretty nice. Now, granted, I've only used it on older machines. Ooh, where if you could, oh God, why was I freaking tired? I took like a 4 fucking hour nap. Yeah, if you could run Monterey, I would do it. So, yeah, there you go, Jay. You could have won some stuff from Trina, but no, you didn't want to go see Trina. Trina's not good enough for you. She's good enough for me. By the way, how's this microphone working? Is it working okay? This is a new mic for me. Hey, Joe, how you doing? You're buzzing on coffee. Yeah, me too. Black gold. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, David. Thank you, Alex. Joe is producing his first March Toss video. Yeah, Texas tea. Yeah, that's about it. So all of you, most of you guys know I live on caffeine and cuss words. So, but I've been buying this. I've been poor, very poor lately. So I've been buying coffee at the dollar store, the Dollar General right down the road here, because it's literally the only freaking place we have here in Marysville, in the town I live in. There is nothing else. There's a gas station and a dollar store, and those are the only two places you can buy anything remotely worthwhile around here. Otherwise, you got to go like 10 or 15 miles in any direction to get to a store. I've been buying coffee at this dollar store, and it's actually not bad. So now I should have good coffee from Target coming to Monday. I think it'll be here. Yeah, Alex, I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. So the closest grocery store to me is about 13 miles away. So I'm not a coffee snob. I like Starbucks coffee. I don't like paying for Starbucks coffee. That's the difference. See, I can like the coffee, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to pay for the coffee. So, oh my gosh. Well, Thomas, my kids are four-legged and they can't drive, so I don't think they're going to go get me groceries. And my actual kids live almost an hour and a half away, and I don't think they're going to get me groceries either. They barely get themselves groceries, for Christ's sake. I go over to their house, and they have like nothing. Those two always have no food in the house. I don't understand them. It's not like they don't have money to go buy it. And God, they have more money than I do. I haven't been to a Starbucks forever. No retro techie. Yeah, that's true, Sad Mac. That's true. God, every time I see you, every time I see Starbucks, the first thing that fucking pops into my head is Battlestar Galactica every fucking time. I'm sorry. It's just I hate to say it, but that's like the first thing that always comes into my head every time I see that name. Oh my gosh. Well, Vintage Hillbilly Shack. So Starbucks actually has, I think, 4 roasting plants in the United States, and one of them is in York, Pennsylvania, which is where I grew up. It's the city I'm from, and it's where I work. And every once in a while, on a good breezy day, you can actually smell the coffee like miles away from the roasting plant. It's actually smells really good. Yeah, unfortunately, I've never had Tim's coffee before before they got bought out. So I don't know what their coffee used to taste like. I like Tim's coffee. There's a Tim Hortons about 18 miles from me. So I can tolerate McDonald's coffee. It's not too bad. I like dark roast coffee though. I like really like dark coffee. My sister got me this stuff called Death. It's called Death Wish coffee. It, It tastes really good, but the problem is it doesn't brew very good in my Keurig. I'm going to have to break out my percolator or something to make it. So, yeah, Mike's Coffee Shack. I'm not a coffee snob, so if it's black and vaguely resembles coffee, more than likely I will drink it unless I can. If I can see through it, then it's not really that good. See, I can't see through this. This is dark. This is black. See, I like this. When I can see through it, like if I can look down the top and I can see through to the bottom of the cup, that's not fucking coffee. That's like water, like flavored water. Black coffee matters. Yes, black coffee does matter. Yeah, there you go, Brad. That's a good judge. Your spoon stands up. It's good coffee. When it gets to the point where I can tar the driveway with it, it's a little too much. But Trina wants me to make her a mod. Oh my gosh, she's so demanding. She's like every other woman in the world. There, Trina. You happy now? Jeez. Oh wow, I got 20 people here. Wow, impressive. That's funny, Alex. I love that episode. Fry drinks 300 cups of coffee. Oh. So, let's get this show on the road. Oh, whoops. So here we go. We're at this again. I've already got the comments loaded. And obviously the previous winner will not be eligible again if his name is drawn. So let's pick a random winner. And remember, I didn't write this program, so it's not rigged. Shut up, Midna. Wow, Justin Morgan. And I know you're here, so you better fucking reply. Well, at least this one here is going to somebody in the United States. The PowerBook G4 I have to ship to Canada, so. So, Justin, in the description of this video down below, there is an email address. Send me an email. She's all yours, buddy. Okay. At least you were here, so, you know. I knew you would know immediately it was you. Oh my gosh, DJ Crazy. You're crazier than I am. I just got rid of a bunch of my old laptops. Yeah, that thing will be given away over my dead fucking body, Retro Techie. And believe me, it won't be going to you. Catch it like thoughts and prayers. Worthless. Nah, they're not worthless. Although mine are, because I don't even know where the fuck they are. Usually they're all over me. Oh, there you go. I paid $75 for my 2013 MacBook Pro. Awesome fucking machine, by the way. Yours are sleeping. Well, that's probably good. I think most of mine are too. Yes, Thomas, it's Saturday night. You didn't realize that, huh? You're burning another Snow Leopard DVD. Oh my gosh. David Starbuck has a craving for a certain G5 Mac Pro. Talk me out of it, please. Which Mac or which G5 are you talking about, David? I mean, there's only certain ones I could talk you out of. Quiet. I'm not going to talk you out of that. Unless you want to get it from me. I mean, I'll gladly come get it from you. I got it's a Heyday. I don't know. It's some cheap mic that was on sale at Target for like $34, I think it was. It's a condenser mic. It's got a knob on it. I can mute it. USB-C. So, it was cheap. And when my Snowball quit working properly, I just needed something. So I grabbed what was cheap and I had available. So, oh, thank you. I mean, they say it's a condenser mic. So, opinion poll: how is the range going from Color Classic to the end of the Power PC? That's a lot of area to cover. Oh. Steve gave me this one of the last times I went over to his house. It's hard to see because he knows how much I love Toshiba laptops. Whoops. So it's a Toshiba T1200. And it does work. The hard drive does not work, but the computer itself does. Hey, there's my DOS disk. Oh. Yeah, it's not too bad. So it's not a backlit model, unfortunately. Um, I'd like to find a backlit model and a new hard drive for it. And then I need to rebuild the battery. The battery needs to be rebuilt because this thing's like the Mac Portable, where it won't so it won't operate if this battery is not charged. Now this battery does charge. I guess it charges enough to at least power the machine up, so I can use the machine for a limited amount of time. It's a 2200 milliamp hour battery. Doesn't say what kind of battery. It's probably I'm sure it's NiCad. So I'm actually amazed it hasn't leaked yet. So I don't even see how the hell you could crack it open. I'm sure there's a way. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I got this has my DOS 3.3 disk in it, my IBM DOS 3.3 disk. I'm not too worried about the lights on this particular video. So one of these days I'll get to messing with that. Probably around the December time, which I don't particularly take a part of. Oh, yeah? Oh, if you could find a way to replace that LCD, that would be awesome, because the LCD in that thing sucks. I mean, the LCD works perfectly. It's just, it's just a typical passive matrix style LCD from the 80s, Yeah, if anybody wants to know anything about IBMs, you need to go check out IBM Museum on YouTube. That guy makes me look like Dave makes me look like a fucking idiot when it comes to IBM PS2s. And I used to think I knew a lot about him. I don't know dick compared to him. I'll have to take the screen out and measure it. See how big it is. I mean, it's a Toshiba T1200, if that helps you at all. Yeah, Microchannel is not coming back. It's a shame it never took off better, because it was an awesome interface. Oh, it's a Fuse Alto, and I don't recommend anybody using them. They're just as bad as cigarettes sometimes. But like my doctor says, if you want to do it, it's the lesser of the two evils. So I was a heavy smoker for 20 years. So and Dave says he's learning more by the day. I'm glad you have the knowledge to do some of the stuff you do. You get way, way more technical than anything I would ever in my life dream of. Hey, Retro Tech or Die, how are you? Oh Jesus, Jay, you're a dick. No, Thomas, you just buy little cartridges. You just buy these little cartridges. So, and he's learning what he forgot. Yeah, it's just Jay being Jay. He's just a jerk. What can we say? But truthfully, if you're a smoker, I would just recommend just quitting. Yeah, Jay uses a Juul. What are you looking for, Thomas? You're looking for the card to go to the expansion unit on the 5150? Adam, no, they don't. They don't provide termination power because that would just drain the battery on the laptop faster. I think they do for the internal drive, but not external. Oh, yeah. Well, 5151 is just an expansion unit. It's not like there's really much in there. It's just a back plane and a power supply. I had one of them once. Should have kept it. Oh, the 5153 monochrome monitor. Okay. Well, the backplane shouldn't be that hard to replicate. It's just an 8-bit backplane. I mean, in theory, theoretically, you should be able to use just about any backplane. Nope, Jacob, that was it. I was just the original person who won the power, or the MacBook didn't reply, so I just had to redraw it. Huge IBM Pentium 3 boxes. Oh shit, that reminds me. I got a freaking IBM Aptiva to go pick up. Oh shit, I totally forgot about that. I might have to do that tomorrow. I had my scrapper dude over in Harrisburg. He found a IBM Aptiva. Let's see if I can find the text messages here. Yeah, here we go. Anyway, buddy, he came across this pretty nice, filthy IBM Aptiva, and he's a scrapper, but I told him, I said, if you find anything, worthwhile, especially IBM stuff or Mac stuff, he said, let me know first. So he found this Aptiva here and powered it up. Looks like it's got an AMD K6 at 266 in it, so it's a socket 7 machine, 32 megs of RAM, and 4 gig hard drive, and booted into Windows right away. So he said, I think, what did he say he wanted for it? $40 or something, I think. Yeah, $40. I said, what the hell? I'll buy it for $40. You know. He said I had it running for about an hour, no problem. So I gotta get a hold of him, and yeah, maybe I'll go pick that up tomorrow. Might check that out on live stream tomorrow too, as long as well as getting a PowerBook G4. Yeah, I have Do Not Disturb on. Why? No. Jay wants to be a dork. See, Jay always has to show off. Yes, Jay's always a dork. Oh, good, Thomas. What kind of hard drive you got in that? 40 meg MFM? Oh, 30 meg. Yeah, I bet that took a lot of 5.25-inch floppies. Or did you back it up using other means? That's good. Yeah. Compact flash card is good. MFM, not good. Oh, parallel zip drive. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that works pretty good. Oh, you have an XT286. Nice. They're good machines to finish a Village Shack. Zip drives will work on anything. As long as the drivers will work, they'll work on anything with a parallel port. No, an IDE to SD adapter and a G4 isn't bad. I mean, it depends. If you use the machine all the time, like if it's like you're constantly beating on it and stuff like that, you probably ought to consider an SSD. But truthfully, I have a 64 gig SD card in my MDD, and it works wonderful. It's fast as hell. I'm an AMD person myself, Dave's. I have used AMD processors since the 386s. So I've never been a big Intel fan, so all of my personal computer. I used to be an AMD reseller way back in the 90s. I had a reseller's license and everything. This is before you could just walk into any store, willy nilly and just go buy a processor, So, yeah, K63s were pretty cool. Although I always thought the K62, I don't know, I thought the K62 was always faster compared to some of the K63s. Some of the K63s were kind of hobbled. Oh no, SD cards are not slow. Neither are compact flash cards. Yeah, I had a Cyrix reseller's license too, RetroTechie, when they were around. I never really built their machines though because they were junk. But I had a couple of people who wanted cheap budget builds. Cyrix processors were good when you were doing like industrial applications or like POS terminals, shit like that. Stuff you didn't need a lot of power for. Oh, they nice. I have a 386 DX40 here, Justin. I bought for my IBM P70, and the fucking thing is missing a whole row of pins. I was so pissed. I got a refund for it, but yeah, I'd like to try a couple of those out too, Joe. But man, they seem to be so expensive. Hello, Avaya FPV. I'm not sure what your name is. I mean, I know what Avaya is. How you doing? Yeah, I doubt anything will stand up against an M SATA J. Hey, I still use Avaya systems. There's nothing wrong with them. I like Avaya. Christ, I still have an AT&T Merlin Classic. My stepdad's running an IP Office 500. I love Avaya. Yeah, Joe, I still have it. I'm trying to figure out what the frick to do with it. I don't want to sell it. I paid so much money for it back in the day. I hate to sell it. It still works. We just upgraded. I upgraded it from the Merlin Classic to the Avaya IP Office, mainly for the advanced features, especially the caller ID, which was kind of important to us. So, Windows 11's okay. I mean, eh, I mean, Windows 11 runs fine. I have it on my Dell. I haven't had any issues with it. I don't really think it's much of an update. I think it's more of a reskin of Windows 10, personally. Hey, Patrick, how you doing? Yeah, I was redrawing the laptop giveaway. That's all. Justin Morgan won. You see now, so Joe, I run the older systems with the older software. So I have no licenses. It's a lot simpler. And once you understand it, it's actually not that bad. And when you start getting into release like 6 and up, and you have to deal with licenses and bullshit like that, then they're a nightmare. So, but I deal with the older IP Office systems, like the 400s and the early 500s. So I don't have to worry about that license bullshit. And I have a gentleman down in Florida that I buy a lot of my Avaya equipment from, and he's really helpful. So I still prefer the old Merlin though, but there's just something about programming the whole system on a computer that's a lot easier than sitting at a phone terminal programming it. I haven't really noticed 11 being faster than 10, David. Then again, I don't really use it on a regular basis either. Yeah, that's Midna. She's in heat. She's annoying as hell. Yeah, Mike's Cat Shack right here. It's eclectic. I don't know. David, I've always used AMDs. I prefer AMDs. Um, I mean this Toshiba laptop I have here is the only. Well, this and my Dell over there are the only two Intel machines I have besides my Macs, obviously. So, oh, I can only imagine what Jay put out now. I've just always found them a lot easier to work with. Yeah, they don't have the hyper threading and all that bullshit, but I don't know. Never really had a I've never had any major problems with them. My Toshiba satellite has an A10 in it, and that fucking thing is fast as hell. And that thing's probably 8 years old. Well, Starbucks, anytime you want to send me a couple $100 to go get her fixed, I'll gladly go get her fixed. Believe me. Right now, I don't have my company car. I'm paying $65 a week in gas out of my paycheck. Oh, sorry to hear that, Patrick. So this is why I keep a PC around. This is, so I don't have to try to I don't have to try to screw around with that whole boot camp bullshit. I've tried it several times. I've never gotten it to work right. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I can't work from home, Starbuck. I have to be able to go grab car parts off the shelf. I do work in an auto parts store. So I unfortunately work in retail. So yeah, that would be nice. Not having to wear pants. Yeah, I could just wear sweatpants or fuck it, just walk around in my undies if I wanted to. uh, have a good night, Trina. We'll talk to you later. Oh, you're trying to boot camp a machine with open core on it? Oh my lord. That just sounds like a fucking nightmare. I work for Fisher Auto Parts, Vintage Hillbilly Check. They're a local, well, not local, but they're a smaller company based out of Virginia. So yeah, I shouldn't have too much longer to go till I get monetized. So oh, parts, everything is the price of everything is fucking shot up. My God, I went to McDonald's this morning and got two sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles and a large coffee, and it cost me fucking $12. $12 fucking. It's getting insane. Gas here is $4.19 a gallon for regular, fuel. It shot up to $5.69 for diesel fuel. It's the first time in my life ever since I've lived in Pennsylvania most of my whole life. It's the first time I've ever seen gas over $4 a gallon. Yeah, my paycheck sure is fucking getting bigger. That's for sure. That's for brake pads for a Cummins. People come in and get parts for their Cummins diesel trucks all the time. They're very common around here. Yeah, they're headquartered. Yeah, Justin, they're headquartered in Staunton, Virginia. That's our home office. So, yeah. I remember when I started working. I used to work for a company here in Pennsylvania, around here, called Shipley Energy, and started working in one of their stores back when gas was around $2 a gallon, and people were freaking flipping out. Oh my god! Yeah, well, I would go out and buy a Prius once again if I had the money. Oh, oh, I have people that do that shit all the time. They say, "Hey, I need this for my truck." I say, "Well, what the hell kind of truck do you have, or what kind of car do you have?" I think that's what our company cars have. Starbucks. I think we have hamsters for engines with those tiny little 1.4 liter engines that we have in our cars. If I could find a half decent car to replace my old Saturn, I'd probably consider it. But I gotta say that fucking car gets 30 miles to a gallon, on a regular basis, and it's got a 2.2 liter naturally aspirated engine. It's putting out 160 horsepower, and I drive it like 80 fucking miles an hour on a regular basis, and it still gets 30 miles to a gallon. And it's got 220,000 miles on it. So I mean, and it's paid for. It's been paid for. I've owned it for 6 years now, and it's been a great little car. So I love my car. I mean, truthfully, you probably have to pry that thing out of my cold dead hands. But you know, yeah, Sean's seen my Saturn. Sean couldn't believe I could fit so much shit into my Saturn. He saw me pack that son of a bitch at VCF, and he's like, "Well, damn, you can't play Tetris, but you sure can pack a car." Oh my gosh. Uh, I packed a lot of shit in that. I'll tell you what, I packed a lot of shit in that car. It's called experience, Sean. All right, take care, Mike. Have a good night, bud. Yeah, don't get caught watching. Don't need you to lose your job. So, you go. That's funny. Yeah, I did Tetris on my car, Retro Techie. Well, Justin, I have an L200. Mine's an L200, and mine's been great. Then again, I'm a mechanic, and I know all the issues with the motor. Mine's a 4-cylinder, not a 6. So Corvette gets 30 miles per gallon at 90 miles an hour. Does you get 30 miles an hour with you off the clutch and going downhill with a tailwind? my gosh. No, Tritons. They're the older Tritons aren't bad motors unless they're not 3-valve. 3-valve ones are a nightmare. And if you actually put the full length spark plugs in the damn things, and they don't blow the spark plugs out either. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is funny. Yeah. I remember that. He said, you know why the Yuga comes with a rear window defroster? So you have something to keep your hands warm when you're pushing it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dave's got us all beat. He's got 400 plus thousand on his 2005 Prius. You've gone through what? You're on your third battery, right? I think you told me your third battery. Which isn't too bad, really. Oh yeah, I love GM 3800s. They're freaking awesome. I had those. Let me see here. I had 4 Cutlass Sierras with 3/8 in them. And then both my Tornados had 3800s. My Buick Regal Grand Sport had a 3800. My Bonneville had a 3800 in it. Oh yeah, I won't buy anything else V6 wise that doesn't have a fucking 3800 in it. Those fucking things run forever. They get pretty reasonable gas mileage too for a V6. No. Ugh. See, Justin, I've never put wheel bearings in my Saturn. I've never replaced the body control module, which is known for going bad. The only thing I've done to my Saturn, I had to put a fuel pump in it because the fuel line, the one fuel line was leaking, and of course, anytime you touch the fuel pumps, the little nipples break off the pump, so I had to replace the fuel pump. The catalytic converter failed, which I just cut off and straight piped, and then I updated the timing chain tensioner on my engine so that the timing chain wouldn't break like they have a tendency to do in the Ecotex. Been a bulletproof car, still got the original motor and transmission in it. So, oh yeah, those 2.8 liters, man, they're hit and miss. I had a 2.8 in my 85 S10, and I got like 240,000 miles out of it before it blew up. So just remember, old PCM computers need to be recapped. They probably do, to be honest with you. That's about what mine is, David. I drive about 65, 70 miles a day. So that's how I've managed to put almost 100,000 miles on my Saturn in 6 years. Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of them old S10s. They're beat to shit by now. That wouldn't surprise me. That's why half of them fail. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we went from Mike's Mac Shack to Mike's Car Talk. So, what problem are you having with your car today? The mechanic is in. Oh. Yeah, I got rid of my truck. Yeah, 3800 is a 60-degree V6. Well, I was a mechanic for 25 years, so trust me, I can talk about fucking cars all day long. Oh, I've been working on cars my whole life. So my dad did all of his own maintenance. I still remember helping my dad back in the early 80s when we first moved to Pennsylvania, fixing the rust holes on our 1972 Olds Cutlass Supreme station wagon just to get it to pass inspection here in Pennsylvania. So that thing would pass anything but a gas station. I think it got like 6 gallons to a mile. Had a 454 or a 455 Olds motor in it. You got PO 500. Eric Open using your OBD2 unit. What does that mean? I have no idea. You look it up on the internet. I don't want it. Oh my gosh. All right, Dave. Take care, bud. Yep. Hey, I tell you what, those 455 rocket motors, they were some hellish motors. Oh. I never had an Olds 350. I've had a couple of 307s. And those were pretty good engines. I mean, they weren't the most powerful things in the world, but they were reliable. Truthfully, I think the 307 was more reliable than the Chevy 305. So, thankfully, I only ever owned one 305. Never had a Volkswagen. Never had any inclination to have a Volkswagen. They're just too expensive to fucking work on. And the parts are so freaking hard to find. Hey, there you go. Pontiac 400. They're good motors. You can't go wrong with the TH400 either. You need a radiator fan for your Volkswagen. Yeah. That probably cost you $1,000 right there. You don't see too many old Jettas around here anymore. Most of them have rusted out and died. Used to see them all the time, but you see new ones. But I don't see a lot of old Jettas around anymore. I see a lot of Passats. I see a lot of old Passats. Yeah, $400. That's not too bad, Adam. I'll tell you, a Volkswagen I wouldn't mind having though is one of their diesels, one of the Jetta diesels. Man, those fucking things get ridiculous fuel economy. Oh, you have a Rabbit. Oh my gosh. With the 5-cylinder in it. Yeah. Yeah. Those are actually pretty good engines, Adam. I've never really known too many problems with them things. Now you see, I've seen a lot of diesel Jettas around here back in the early 2000s models. There's still a lot of them around. So a lot of people back in the early 2000s, because we're close to Baltimore, Maryland here, so a lot of people live up here and then work in Baltimore. So there was a crap load of them old diesels that people would buy as commuter cars because at 80 plus miles to a gallon, I mean, it's sensible to. Diesel fuel's so freaking expensive now. It's not really much difference, but oh my gosh, a Fox. I had a guy come in asking for parts for an 89 Volkswagen Fox the other day. It's like, God damn, I haven't seen one of those in a decade. Oh no, Thomas. Here, diesel is $5.9 or $5.69 a gallon. It just fucking went up today. It was $4.69 a gallon when I came to work. When I left work, it went up a whole dollar. It's fucking ridiculous. Oof. Jesus Christ, 115. That's why I don't have Volkswagens. Yep, $5.69 for diesel fuel, Jay. It's ridiculous. It's $4.19. It's $4.19 for regular fuel, and $5.69 for diesel fuel. And I've been putting the E50. We have stations around here that have that E15, and that's $3.79. That's what I've been using in my Saturn. So, oh. $3.75 a gallon. Yeah, it must be nice. Yeah, I filled my car up today just before fucking prices went up again. Yeah, well, this is Pennsylvania. We have the second highest fuel taxes in the country, so yeah, shit's ridiculous here. I mean, we have, after California, we have the second highest gas tax at like $1. The fuck is it, like $1.85 or something a gallon? It's freaking insane. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, we have a Sheets. Well, of course we have a Sheets by us. It's sitting. The Sheets was built on top of where my Mac Shack used to be in my garage, but I don't go there. Hey, take care, Dave. Have a good night, bud. I usually get my gas at Rutter's, which is a local chain. I mean, well, Sheets is local too. They're based in Pennsylvania too, but Rutter's is based in York County, so they're really local. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, Volkswagens are crazy expensive to fix, especially the newer ones. The newer they get, the worse they are. Oh no, the taxes don't ever go to road maintenance here. Oof, Pennzoil. Ugh. I don't like Pennzoil. Although the platinum oil is a lot better than a regular conventional shit. Yeah, that sounds about right, Patrick. Yeah. It's like, yeah, they're always deconstructing. It's the same way in Pennsylvania. They're always deconstructing something, but it, never fucking changes. They're talking about, so here in Pennsylvania, they're talking about they need to replace the South Bridge in Harrisburg. It goes from the west to east shore of the Susquehanna River into Harrisburg. It's the main conduit into Harrisburg. And they're saying it's going to cost like $6.5 billion to replace this thing. And this bridge is 70 years old, 60 or 70 years old now. And so they want to put a toll on the bridge for everybody that goes over to pay for its replacement. Well, people are just going to fucking avoid the goddamn toll. It's not the only way into Harrisburg. You know, the only thing the toll's going to do on the bridge is fucking make traffic on all the other streets hell. You know. Oh yeah, you definitely know how you've entered Pennsylvania by the road. So here's a funny story, Justice. So I used to work in Baltimore years and years ago, like 20 years ago. I used to work in Baltimore. So I was at work in the middle of a major snowstorm one day. So I'm driving home, and I'm driving my 1982 Oldsmobile 88 at the time. And this fucking, it was full size rear wheel drive. It was fucking tank. So I'm driving up 83. Going home. Roads are spotless in Maryland. The minute you hit the fucking state line into Pennsylvania, it's one lane and nothing is plowed. They didn't do a fucking thing to the roads. It took me like 20 minutes to get from Baltimore to the state line. It took me like 2 hours to get from the state line to my house, which was like another 30 miles. So yeah, you definitely know you're in Pennsylvania by the roads. Yeah, it's fucking shit in this state's ridiculous. They turn around and they tax the shit out of everything. And then they get pissed off when people don't buy stuff. So they tax the crap out of cigarettes. So there's like a $3 per pack tax on cigarettes in Pennsylvania. So people just quit buying cigarettes because they're over $10 a pack now. So now they're crying, oh, well, we're not getting all this money from cigarettes. Well, what do you expect? You're taxing the crap out of them. You want people to quit smoking, but then you whine and complain when they're not buying cigarettes. So same thing's happening with gas. So, you know, electric cars and hybrid cars are really getting very common around here now. So they're pissing me. Oh, we're not making any money off the gas tax. We need to raise the gas tax. No, you don't need to raise the fucking gas tax. You need to get rid of the fucking gas tax until gas prices go back down. Oh my God. It's just absolutely fucking insane here. You know? Oh, Jesus Christ. $15 a pack. That's fucking insane. I quit smoking, oh my God, 3 years ago, I guess it was. 3 or 4 years ago. And probably about 4 years now. And cigarettes were like, oh, I used to smoke the cheaper ones. They were like, I think, just around $6 a pack. So, yeah, that's the thing, Jay. You know, you can buy an electric car. You know, electric cars are great. You know, the electric car itself is clean, but the power that is used to charge it isn't always clean. You know, I mean, luckily here in Pennsylvania, I mean, we have nuclear power plants, so you know they're fairly clean. Well, unfortunately, we do have a couple coal-fired power plants too. Yet, although they're trying to shut them all down. Of course, you know, I only live like 15 minutes away from 3 Mile Island, so you know, for all I know, you know, you know, we could all be dead tomorrow anyway. So, yeah, yeah. This state is horrible for like dirty fuel sources. I mean, coal. You know, it's. I don't know how common it is in other parts of the country, but here in Pennsylvania, almost half of the population still heats their home using coal and wood. You know, it's like it's crazy. It's, you know, the natural gas infrastructure just doesn't exist here. Even though they're fracking half the fucking state for natural gas, half 3/4 of the fucking state doesn't even have natural gas. You know. Oh, not me, Justin. If TMI goes up, I'm just going to be a shadow on the fucking wall. Yep, I'm within the 10-mile radius. So, but TMI is inactive now. So they're in the middle of decommissioning it now, unfortunately, which is probably why our electric rates went up. Because now they have to get their electric supply from other places, and we do have a couple hydroelectric plants here. We have there's another nuclear plant down in southern York County called Peach Bottom. There's a coal-fired power plant in York County. So it's crazy. You like me materialized. Oh yeah, trust me, that fucking reactor out there, that thing can go up any second if it wanted to. Just because they shut it down doesn't necessarily mean it's still safe. They got to keep that nuclear fuel cooled. I mean, the half-life of that shit is just, I don't even know what it is, but it's just fucking ridiculous. I mean, look at what happened in Japan. When the cooling pumps died at Fukushima. There you go, meltdown. And then you got some fucking psychotic out in Russia fucking shooting tanks at a goddamn nuclear power plant in Ukraine, trying to cause a fucking disaster. It's like, ugh. Oh, you were talking about Wall Street. I thought you were talking about like an older power book. Yeah, they're pretty close. Yeah, it probably was the last. I think it was the last power book with SCSI. Didn't they have Firewire too, or no? I don't think they did. I can't remember. I don't know much about the G3 power books, to be honest with you. Oh, okay. I like 8.6. 8.6 was pretty nice. Oh yeah, they gotta have their $100,000 salaries every year. It's fucking ridiculous. At least that's what it is here in Pennsylvania. I'm sure it's higher elsewhere and probably lower elsewhere. Half height Firewire card. I've never seen a half height Firewire card. I'm sure they're around. Yeah, I wouldn't blame anybody for stocking up these days, to be honest with you. Not me. I can't afford to stock up on anything. My $15 an hour salary don't pay for shit. I don't know, Thomas. I actually like 8.6 better than 9.2. 9.2 is good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just it does break compatibility with some of the older software though. What's my favorite Mac? Well, that's a good question. What is my favorite Mac? Probably the Quadra 700 or PowerBook 540C. I think the PowerBook 540C would win over the Quadra 700. I used my PowerBook for over 10 years. That was a great fucking machine. Play Tube on the G4 audios. Yeah. Color Classic Mystic, yeah. I've never had a Pismo, so I can't say for sure, Jay. G3 all in one, oh my lord. You give yourself a hernia just looking at the damn thing. I wouldn't mind having a G3 all in one. I mean, they're neat, you know. But I wouldn't want to lift the fucking thing. And I sure as fuck wouldn't want to carry it up the stairs. Oh my lord. I'd be dead before I made it up 3 steps. Oh wow, 550 megs. I don't know what Steve's doing. I've texted Steve a couple times tonight. I haven't heard a peep out of him all night. To be honest with you, he's probably spending time with his wife. Wine box still has wine. Oh lord. So if anyone's interested, Jay set up a server on a thing called Gilded. It's kind of like Discord in a way, but better. If anybody's interested in joining, follow that link there and check it out. We're still playing with it, and it's still in its beta phase, but if anybody's interested, you can check out. Oh, the weight wouldn't stop me from getting one, Justin. It would just end up going in the shed. That's the problem. You know, I had the same problem. And in reality, Justin, I had the same problem with the LC575. The reason it's in the shed is because there's no way in hell I'm carrying that thing up the stairs. That thing's got a Trinitron monitor in it that weighs a bloody fucking ton. You know? So, great machine, but man, is it fucking heavy. Ooh. Screen's falling over. I never see them come up for sale either, Justin. I found mine sitting on a scrap pile at the Salvation Army store. That's how I got it. I just snuck out back, threw it in the back of the truck, and ran off. I drove like hell. And it worked too. It worked great. Steve has the board right now because he recapped it for me because the caps were starting to leak, but the machine worked perfectly. So I had to get a hard drive for it. Not that that's very hard. But the thing that was hard is those stupid edge connectors that they used on the SCSI hard drives that go into that edge connector bus. That was hard to find. $40 for a G3. That's cheap. Yeah, the DVD is probably using hardware decoding. That's probably why. I don't think anything weighs more than a fuck ton. Or better yet, a metric fuck ton. Yeah, it's still 40 Canadian. Still not that bad. Every time I see a G3 all-in-one come up for sale, they want like $300 or $400 US for it. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. An awful lot of fuck tons going on. Yeah, that probably helps you there, Adam, for the if you have that decoder card for the DVDs. Although, I mean, a G3 truthfully shouldn't really have too much trouble decoding a DVD, even if it has to do it through software. Although that's a laptop, so the video card is probably not the greatest. I don't know. I can't really say I've ever tried to play a DVD on a G3. I've done it on G4s, and they play fine. Cool. Is that the one you guys are giving away, Joe? Oh, it won't play a DVD without the card. Okay. So then, yeah, it doesn't have any of the software decoding. Not surprising. Hey, cool. Oh, yeah, it probably is. I've only ever done it on G4s with over gigahertz processors, so. I'm actually surprised that even has a deep. Well, yeah, I guess it probably would have a DVD, at least a DVD ROM in it, I guess. Hey, Ron, what's up? CRT stuff is voodoo. Yeah, it's true. It is voodoo. So what's Ron doing today? At 11:05 at night. Well, I guess it's probably 10:05 in your time. You take a shot every time you hear him meow, you're going to be drunk in about 10 minutes. Oh, it's only 8:49. Wow, that's not too bad, Justin. I think I'll take two. Yeah, Ron, I had to redraw for the Power Book, or not the Power, but the MacBook, because the original winner never contacted me. So I redrew again. Justin Morgan won it this time. So yeah. Hey, at that price, Adam, if you sold all your Macs, you could probably retire. Actually, Vintage Hillbilly Shack, Steve from Mac 84 is actually going to do something similar to that. Not a Retina, but he is going to he's going to take an SE30, build it into a clearish case with a. He's going to try to build it with a color LCD. No, I didn't have any issues with it, John. Why were you trying to use it and it wasn't working, or? I know sometimes some of the ads get kind of frozen and it acts stupid. Usually, just a refresh. Usually, a refresh will fix it. Yeah, Jay's just pissed because he didn't win. He couldn't win anyway. He wasn't eligible. He already won something. Yeah, I've always used it. I've never had issues with it. It always works fine for me. Yeah, I run an ad blocker, but it doesn't block everything. It's not perfect. I mean, I could send a cat to you. Oh, speak of the devil. Come here, cat. Yeah. Start, David, you said cat, and here we go. We got a cat. He just came up and put his paws on me. Hey, Floof. You're a floof. You're a floof. This is the sweetest fucking cat in the world. This cat wants nothing to do except curl up with you and eat. I have 8. What are you doing, Floof? What are you doing? Maybe the S100 card contest. Oh my god. Yeah, there you go, Adam. Don't just invite me up to your house one day. I'm sure I can go shopping. Or Steve. I'm sure Steve would be more than happy to come up and help you take away some of your stuff. Yeah, anytime you want to get rid of some stuff, Adam, just let me know. We'll bring Steve up into his minivan. Oh, yeah, mine won't leave me alone either. I just put him down. He wants to come back up already. What? Well, come on. See, he sits here and he. Oh, now he's up. Oh, now he's back up on my laps. He sits there and begs me, and then he just fucking jumps up anyway. And he's purring up a storm. This cat's happy as hell right now. Aren't you? Hey, yep. This is all he ever wants. Hey, good. Glad you got it backed up. You're surprisingly catless right now. Everybody needs a kitty cat. You can't be a real nerd without a kitty cat. You gotta have a floofy kitty cat. Oof. Ouch. That hurts, Adam. What are you going to do? Are you going to put a solid state solution in, or are you just going to put another hard drive in? It's amazing how that works. You say, I don't have any cats, and then all of a sudden you got a cat. Oh, there you go. So you're going to upgrade the capacity and the speed and the reliability. Yeah, she really drives. So my neighbors that live right downstairs, they have a male cat that's not fixed, which I can't see how they could do that. That would, oh my god, male cats spray like crazy. But whenever one of mine go into heat, he goes crazy. So, oh, you don't hate cats, David. Oh, good. Well, that's cool. Was your LCD broken, or was it just suffering from that yellowing thing that those are the yellow discoloration that those tend to do, or the backlights go bad, or ooh, ouch, that sucks. There's no more cats for me. I am done. I have enough, and I need to start thinning them out. I've actually thought about rehoming a couple of them, but then every time I think about it, it's like, God damn it, I can't do it. And it's just, you know, $20. That's not too bad. I mean, even with a screen and a hard drive, I mean, it's still really not too bad. So I went over to my sister's house a couple of months ago, and there was this stray cat walking around the parking lot, just real pretty, torty. Like, oh my god, I almost took her home. I almost grabbed her, threw her in the car, and then I thought, oh wait, she might be somebody's cat because she was awfully friendly, and she didn't look like an outdoor cat. You know, she didn't look like a feral cat. And I was like, I was that close to taking her home. I mean, I was that freaking close. And, you know, and I was like, she might be someone's cat. I'd hate to take someone's cat, you know. That's not even remotely funny, David. Yeah, I should have taken the Pismo. The 21-inch CRT is a fucking nightmare. Hey, there you go, Sawmill. Now we can make wooden Mac Pro cases. What do you think? I would have taken the Pismo because I wouldn't want to lift the damn CRT. Yeah. Let's see here. Laptop, 3 pounds. CRT, 72 pounds. Yeah, fuck the CRT. He can get recycled. He's very happy, Starbuck. He's extremely happy. This is the only thing he ever wants in life. He's a very cuddly cat. He's a very cuddly cat. I mean, that's all he wants to do. Well, he's just a cat, Jay. He's plotting. He's plotting our demise. So, but he's going to enjoy himself while he's doing it. Oh my gosh. Oh, raster out. Hey, those are good screens. Come on, bro. Oh, they got stuff. Ah. Yes, our furry overlords will definitely take over eventually. I'm not sure when, but they will take over eventually. Oh wow. So when I was in high school, we had a graphics lab. You know, we had offset presses and everything, and we had a pair of Mac SEs, and one of them had a radius a 24 or 26 inch 2-page display, and the fucking thing was in a metal case, and I swear to God, that thing must have weighed 400 or 500 pounds. It was ridiculously heavy, and it's like I was like, wow, you don't even have to worry about cabling this monitor down. It's not like anyone's gonna fucking steal it. It's like, oh my God, it was crazy. That thing was nice though for when we had Quark Express running, doing desktop publishing. Oh my God, that was so fucking beautiful. The computer was slow as shit, but yeah, I mean, it worked. Oh yeah, those things were. Oh my God, those things were insane back then. I mean, that monitor must have cost like $3,000, $4,000, and that doesn't even include the interface card that goes into the damn Mac SE, which was probably another couple $100. You know, but I tell you what, that thing was awesome for doing desktop because I mean, true dual monitor layout. You could have Quark Express, the main window open on the one side, and you can have all your tools and shit on your small 9-inch screen. It was great. You know. Jesus God. Oh my God. That's funny, Nick. By the way, I gotta send an email to you. I got a bunch of shit that I want to see if you want. Oh, that's cool. Your brother typed you. Well, don't talk about killing cats. Oh, jeez. So Steve actually has the Apple. I think they call it the portrait display or the what is it, the full page display, the real tall one. You can see it in a lot of his videos. He has it on the very top shelf of his display back where behind him, and yeah, those things didn't even hold a candle to those Radius 2-page displays. I mean, the resolution on those screens was just insane. Ron needs all my PowerBook 100 series stuff. What do you need? I got 160 here you can have. Doesn't work on a Power PC Mac. Really? Huh. That's weird. What's a good 68K Mac with a meg or two of video memory? LC 500 series, preferably a 575 or higher. Are there any PCs I don't have but want? Ron, send me an email, and my email address is in the description of the live stream here. Just send me an email. I don't really have any specific PCs that I'd like to get some PS2s back, but I'm not going to really go out of my way to go get them. A G4 933 Sonic card. My Quicksilver has dual 1 gigahertz processors in it, so that's not really an upgrade. That sounds more like a Sawtooth upgrade than a Quicksilver upgrade. Oh, thank you, Tom. Yeah, that's a good machine. I have a Model 80 now too. It's at Steve's house. Hello, comedy videos. No, Alex, that A40 AV will never run again. I guarantee it. And if it does, I will die and have an aneurysm right there on the spot. That thing will never live again. Steve just needs to take the processor off of that, use it in another machine, and just write it off. Yeah, the Model 80 at Steve's house is actually mine. I paid for it. Yeah, I agree with you, Adam. That thing's way beyond repair. I think the only PC that I would really want to have again would probably be a PS2 Model 95. I had one of those. I had that thing for eons. But truthfully, PCs don't really hold I don't know. I mean, I've used PCs most of my life, but there's not really that many PCs that really kind of, I don't know, make me nostalgic for, ooh, I really want this again, I just, I wanted the P7, the IBM PS2 P70 because I always wanted one and could never get one. That was a machine I always kind of lusted after. I wanted to get another Model 80 because, I ran a BBS off of Model 80 back in the day. And, plus Steve has the reply upgrade board for one of those. So we want to make the fastest possible PS2 Model 80 we can. I never had a Visa Local Bus machine, Sam. I don't think I've ever had one. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Well, Nick, that card should probably work in a sawtooth or digital audio. Compu. Oh my god, that's a name I haven't heard in forever. Compu ad. Oh my gosh, never had one, but I remember seeing ads for them. All right, Justin, take care. I got your email. I'll reply to you here as soon as I'm done. A Visa local buck network card? I never seen that. I never even heard of those. That's pretty insane. I'm just like you, Ryan. I didn't. I thought that was pretty much relegated to VGA and your basic IO cards. Linux is for laptops and servers. Prove me wrong. I don't know. Linux is Linux is beyond me. Thin net, yeah. Hey, my first network was made out of thin Ethernet. It was nice. It worked well. You're such an idiot. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Sean, I'll tell you what. Sean's really good with Linux and Unix and stuff. He knows what the hell he's doing, or at least he acts like he does. Let me put it that way. I don't know if he really does, but Sean acts like it. Well, compared to Vista, anything's better than Vista, including Linux. Hmm. I should have gotten into Linux like 20 years ago. Ugh, it's a shame you didn't get a few MCA sound blasters back then. Those things are worth a bloody fucking fortune now. You just install this on a machine today. Oh my god. Well, compared to let's see here. Compared to Windows ME, Vista is better. It's more stable. Thank God I never really got into Windows ME. I jumped from Windows 98 SE to 2000, so I went from the older versions of Windows straight up to NT. So yeah, Ron, I have the Resound from Tech Select. I don't have the Sound Blaster. I just have the AdLib card because I just have a 386. So But when Steve and I get the 486 or Pentium Overdrive Screamer built, I'll probably get one of the actual Sound Blaster clones. Come on, Brian. Oh, what are my next goal machines to acquire? I don't know yet. I don't really have any. I mean, I have an IBM Aptiva that I'm going to go pick up, but other than that, I don't really have anything. I don't really have anything specific to acquire at this point. Yeah. Yeah, computer reset. There's nothing left to computer reset. Uh, Free Geek Twin Cities pretty much took everything of value that was left. So, oh, Alex, I would tell you, but that would ruin the surprise. I have a few things I want to do to the G4Q. I just need to acquire some things. So I'm not telling you. It's a surprise. It's going to be a feature length video. That's the chip that we're going to put on the we're going to put in the PS2 ROM is the 83 megahertz Pentium Overdrive. Steve has one in his basement. I'm not sure where it got to, but it's in his basement somewhere. It's brand new. He got it years ago from somebody. Oh, I've already got a CPU upgrade in it that doesn't require a VRM. So I'm not going. I'm not going the Sean route. I'm not going to put a 2 gigahertz G4 in a fucking thing. Yeah, Steve's basement is a clusterfuck. And no, Jay does not have cubes. Jay's just being a dick. Everybody should have a cube, though. Even if it's not working, everybody should just have a cube just because they're so freaking cool looking. Uh, that's one of the reasons I never really wanted to do a real high end processor upgrade, Patrick, because I didn't want to have to worry about the VRM. And then you have to put a fan in, and I want to keep it as original as possible. So no, Steve only has 2 cubes, and one of them's not in great shape cosmetically. It works. It's just it's got a couple of chunks missing out of it. I think he has another one that's in pretty good shape. It's in a box. What's ass? Sassafras. Oh, okay. 1 gigahertz. Yeah, that's more like a sawtooth upgrade. I had a sawtooth of one of those, and stupidly I gave it a Greg Recke. Oh, that's not bad. $25. That's pretty cheap. No, I am not doing 4 hours. I'm probably going to call it quits here. Probably around midnight. This was supposed to be a 20-minute stream, and it's turned into almost 2 hours now. Makes me wonder if there is anything. Let's see here. Let's go to electronics. Yeah, yeah. That's really about the only reason I'm really bothering with doing the stream. Get a couple extra watch hours. Let's see what's available here. What's this? Oh, it's an old one. Prada, you're gonna fall off, you idiot. Here's a 2013 Mac Pro Retina that probably has a dead GPU. They want $250 for. Can I do a cooking video? I probably could. I have to find my kitchen first. All right, so let's do searches here. Yeah. It starts a hot air induction cooking with a G5. Yeah, there you go. I would need a quad for that, though. Here's some idiot selling a Core 2 Duo iMac for $500 fucking dollars. What are they, insane? Or no, it is an i5, but still. The 2011 iMac, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, they think just because it's a fucking Apple product, it's worth a fortune, and it ain't worth dick. Damn. I have no idea, Joe. Huh, that's weird. Huh, that's odd. I have no idea. It's never done that before. Yeah, don't worry, Bit and Chibble and Shack. If you get established in this community, believe me, we're a lot more friendly than people make us out to be. We can be very generous sometimes, unless you're Jay. Jay's just an asshole. Okay, I'm going to watch it here too, Jay. I'm probably going to be getting off of here soon because I need to eat dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Oh, Steve said he was at the movies, so. At this point, it's breakfast. Yeah, it's true. That's true. It's gonna be tomorrow here in about 10 minutes. Oh, Bootsy, Bootsy, come here, come here. Say hi. Say hi, Twerp. You're just a purred machine. You're a monster. You're evil. You're evil. Yeah, who wants this one? Does anybody want this one? She's very sweet. She purrs in an instant. You even look at her at all, and she'll start purring. She drools everywhere, and she loves to use her murder mittens. Don't you? She's a sweetie. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to get off here too, guys. So it's been going on. This debacle's been going. This is supposed to be a 20-minute stream. It's going on for 2 hours now. Ow! Damn it, Boots. So I think on that note, I'm going to sign off of here and feed myself, and I might feed the cats. So that might be why they're pestering me, because they're hungry. So I will be streaming at 2:00 tomorrow. So anybody who's bored tomorrow afternoon, 2:00, same place, same time, same place. So everyone have a lovely night, and I'll talk to you all later.